What is up, my simple cooks? It's Shana here. Today we are cooking a super easy Italian pasta dish, Cacio E Pepe, which directly translates to cheese and pepper in Italian. Pretty simple if you ask me. So about 2 weeks ago I learned how to cook this recipe and I served it up to my family for dinner. To my surprise, they absolutely loved it. And so today I wanted to share this recipe with you and hopefully you love it just as much as they did. So since then I've cooked this recipe about 5-6 times to try and really master this dish. And so I'm going to be sharing with you some little tips I've picked up along the way so that you can get a kick-ass cacio e pepe. First step is to get our pasta cooking. So bring a pot of water up to a rolling boil and season with salt. The pasta we're going to be using for this recipe is spaghetti. This will take about 7 minutes to cook. By that time our sauce will be ready, which is the best thing about this recipe. While our pasta is cooking, we can prepare our super simple sauce. Toast a teaspoon of black peppercorns in a dry pan over medium heat. I find freshly toasted black peppercorns just add so much more flavour to this dish. After about a minute, they should be well toasted. So now, transfer them to a pestle mortar and give them a good pounding. You really just want to grind them until they're nicely fine. Now, if you don't have a pestle mortar, that's okay. You can still make this recipe. Just skip this step and use grounded pepper from a pepper cracker. Just make sure you really crack in a lot of pepper. To make sure you don't bite into big chunks of peppercorn, just pass the pepper through a sieve and get rid of these big pieces. These big ones here on the top are not really the most pleasant to bite into. This recipe is called Cacio e Pepe. We got the pepe done, let's move on to the cacio, aka the cheese. I'm going to be using a cheese called Pecorino Romano, which is the cheese traditionally used for this recipe. So you just want to finely grate yourself half a cup of that cheese. Now I'm probably going to get a bit of slack from the Italian community for saying this, but if you don't have pecorino cheese in your fridge, you can always use Parmesan. I've used both and they both taste absolutely amazing. About a minute or two before your pasta is finished cooking, you want to add 4 tablespoons of butter and melt that down. Then add in the freshly ground pepper, but save a little bit to garnish at the end. Just to give that sauce a little bit more body, I'm going to add a little bit of starchy pasta water to the sauce. Once the pasta is cooked, what you want to do is drag that pasta into the pan so that you get some of that starchy pasta water in the pan as well. And then just mix it all together. That starchy pasta water really helps combine your pasta with the sauce. Okay, so let's add our grated cheese over the top and give everything a mix through. Once the cheese goes in, it's really important to keep your pasta moving and stop it from clumping together. If the pasta sauce is looking a bit too thick after the cheese goes in, just pour a bit of the starchy pasta water in. This will help loosen the sauce and give you a lovely creamy finish. Now make sure to give the pasta a final seasoning of salt. What I found interesting about this recipe was how creamy the dish was even though we didn't add any cream. It reminded me very much of spaghetti carbonara. And if you want to learn how to make spaghetti carbonara, I'll link a video in the description box down below for you. So, time to serve. Pour some of that beautiful creamy sauce over, a final grating of cheese over the top, and remember, always clean up the sides with a tissue. And finally, garnish with the grounded peppercorns we saved earlier. That is gorgeous. And that, my friends, is how you cook cacio e pepe. Super simple, 4 ingredients, but tastes absolutely amazing. 2 weeks ago, I had no idea how to cook this dish, and now, here we go. So I really encourage you guys to just go into the kitchen and just try something new. You might surprise yourself and the others around you who you cook for as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what other pasta dishes you would like to see on this channel. Also, if you want to see the next episode, make sure you subscribe down below. On this channel, we upload cooking videos about simple recipes and techniques that help you as a beginner get more confident in the kitchen. Anyways, I'm out. Wait, let me try. Wait, let me try. Let me try some.